Welcome to the new episode of Green Gardens. I am Aishu Bharadwaj, Assistant Editor at Trade Promotion Council of India. And today we have with us Mr. Dipankar Pal, MD and co-founder of Roofsol Energy Private Limited. For our audience, I want to tell you that Mr. Pal is an industry veteran and holding an experience of more than 27 years. Sir, it is indeed our honor to have you on our series. Welcome to our show,
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you.
So without, taking much of your time, I will directly ask my first question. What inspired you to start Roofsol Energy and how has the journey been since its inception in 2016?
No, actually, I have been working across in different parts of the world for the last 25, 30 years with various MNCs, Indian companies, etc. In different parts of the world. And then at the last phase of my career, I thought that I will start something new. I was not a person who had much experience of solar, but we could easily understand that this was a market which clearly had a strong track record.
Right.
This was an industry which was going to have a very strong growth prospect in the coming years. You know, a lot of things that are positive given the huge challenges with the fossil fuel and other things. So I convinced my wife to invest. I also invested some money and we acquired this company. It was a small company initially, but we decided to then make it an EPC company. So with a lot of roller coaster rides, ups and downs, finally we actually have come where we have come today. Still quite a distance to go, but I think when I look back, looks good actually. You know that yes, we could manage to provide some employment. We could manage to build up a team. You know, we are able to serve our country towards its green mission. A lot of things. Yeah.
That's great to know, sir. I think you made the right choice, and I can surely see that Roofsol is helping the sector a lot, helping the country a lot, and industry leaders like you. A country, needs industry leaders like you in this time, during this time. So my next question would be, what sets your company apart as a leading on-site solar installer for commercial and industrial segment clients, while ensuring quality and efficiency?
No, we are a very strong EPC company. We have evolved over the years. We have put a lot of focus on design and engineering, quality, and timely execution of projects. We have focused a lot on building up the team. We have a strong leadership team, and then also a team working at a level where we have to deliver on the ground.
Right.
So a combination of all that has helped us in acquisition of more and more orders. You know, we have also built up a strong network of salespeople. We have focused on primarily industrial rooftops, and industry veterans, industry owners. I mean, promoters. What they look for. You know, this is a capex investment for them. This saves their power cost. So it is a no-brainer that they should go for solar. So if you are able to provide them with some dose of reliability, that look, here we are providing a product which will consistently work for a long time. So initially there were struggles because there were not many references, but as we moved forward, the references went on building up. There were many customers who were repeat customers. We always try to be honest with ourselves. Where we could not deliver, we could come down to the customer and we could tell them that, look, this is the challenge we are facing in the project. Please help us with these amendments in your order or whatever. Another thing which is very important is that, we have done so far close to over 250 megawatt of installations projects. Not one project we have left midway. Whatever be the case, even if a project has been taken and the prices of the raw materials, modules, inverters, etc., are very volatile, have been, and we have consistently always told ourselves that come what may, if you have given a commitment to your customer, it is very important that you keep it.
Right.
Not all customers are happy, of course. Not not possible to make everyone happy.
Right.
But I would think over the years that almost 90 to 95% of our customers, have supported us and would be
Right.
giving us a repeat order if the situation so arrives. Yeah.
So I think if you're saying that 90 to 95% of your customers, they are believing in you, that's it. That is what's setting your company apart from, your competitive companies. So
Yes.
that's great, sir. And I only wish that your company continues to grow. And with
Thank
this,
you.
I want to know, can you explain Roofsol's international presence in countries like Oman, Philippines, and Bangladesh, and the challenges and opportunities faced in these markets, sir?
No, but we have, solar is becoming more and more popular in different parts of the
Right.
world. So it is not just India. But what we have suddenly discovered is that Indian market, if you have experience and if you have a reasonable leadership position,
Right.
then you have so much of varied experience of handling different customers, different situations, different products. There are so many international suppliers who are focusing on Indian market. You build up a relationship with them, that this knowledge and experience is a tremendous possibility for you to also expand in the international market.
Right.
So we don't have much success yet in the international market, but we have started putting the footprints. For example, we have our business model in the international market is almost always that we would look for a local joint venture partner.
Okay.
Set up a joint venture company to target those countries. In Bangladesh, we have already opened a company, Roofsol Energy Bangladesh Limited, with a local JV partner, and the projects have started coming in. In Oman, we have identified our business partner, and we are in the phase of look and see, and we are kind of assessing each other, trying to build up that trust level. Philippines, we had a business partner, but that joint venture partner has, I would think, it has not worked out. So, but we already have a company there, and we are looking for a new JV partner, and we will start again. I mean, very soon the Philippines market will be back. In addition to that, we are looking at acquiring a company in UK, United Kingdom, because there is a clear case of power arbitrage. And we are also looking at, we have also set up a company in the West Coast, in the Bay Area of US, San Francisco and all. So our aim is also to get into Middle East in the coming months, and maybe in the next 6 months or so. So exciting times ahead,
Right.
What is important is basically to move a little carefully, build up we have a lot of strong skilled manpower and management team members, managers in the Indian market. We need to build up, recruit them, and send them in the different parts of the world to build up our business. Right. So that is the strategy. And also we have a strong learning which we wish to leverage as we expand in these markets. Yeah. So
as you said about Philippines, so I mean, are there any challenges while you establish?
Philippines is a strong market, very strong market. We have actually already some orders. We are executing with a joint venture partner there, but we think that we need to associate with some other people as well. Both of us feel, and that we are looking at. We have finalized almost. So a new JV partner and a JV company will be in place in Philippines. But it is a strong market which is growing. Personally, I have lived in Philippines for almost 5 years during my job life and working career, and I love that country actually. So it's a great country where you can actually develop your business. Yeah.
All right, sir. And I only wish you good luck, to grow Roofsol more and more. So as you said that within the next 6 months you have plans, to further expand it. So apart from that, sir, what is your strategy to achieve the goal of executing 1,000 megawatt peak solar projects, by 2025?
1,000 megawatt is a very ambitious number. I think
Right.
somewhere it will probably not be 1,001 gigawatt, but we definitely are looking at 0.6 gigawatt, 600 megawatt of projects to execute. We have already come close to 300 megawatt, and in the next and this year we should be doing approx 150 megawatt.
Okay.
So in the next 2 years, yes, in the next 2 years, 300 to 400 megawatt will be. So on a conservative basis, it is 600 megawatt, and on a very ambitious basis, it will be around 8 to 900 megawatt. Probably 1 gigawatt number will not be touched by us. Difficult, so many challenges are there. Working capital is a challenge, manpower is a challenge. So let's see,
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe not if, by 2025, then by 2030.
Yes, definitely. Another 1 or 2 years. Yes, we should be there. Yes.
All right. So, as you know, you are coming from the industry since so long, and you have so much of experience. I just want to know, what are the biggest challenges and opportunities, in the renewable energy sector in India in the coming years?
No, biggest opportunity. I mean, opportunities are there are plenty of opportunities actually. It, reduces your fossil fuel dependence. It expands your manufacturing base, cleaner fuel, builds up so many other things like improvement in the environment conditions. Power cost also gets reduced. So there is an overall boost in the manufacturing process. If a country's renewable energy participation is high, average power cost across the country becomes much lower. I mean, if you go to countries like US or developed countries like Britain or US or other European countries, exorbitant power costs, China, for example, has been working very hard to control its power cost. And India has also started understanding that, and they are working very hard. So renewable energy is a must, and solar is a very simple form of renewable energy. It is available, solar and wind. My preference is always solar because the costs are slightly lower and uncertainties are a little less across solar power generation. So that is the case. Now there are a lot of challenges as the market in India is growing. There are many challenges. We have challenges of grid integration. We have challenges of land acquisition. We have challenges of financing. We have challenges of policy and regulatory uncertainty. Every state has a different kind of
policy, maybe.
Different kinds of policies. In rooftop business, for example, the net metering policies across different states are different, and it is also politically very fragile in the sense that if a government is there today and if it is not there in the next term, then people always start thinking, will the policy change with the coming of the next government? There have been instances of this kind of situation. Then there are, another big opportunity as I see is, we have still a lot of people below the poverty line in the villages. And personally, I feel that solar projects or renewable energy is a big opportunity to bring these people out of the poverty line. Uplift their life and provide employment and opportunities and boost. For example, our Prime Minister has started this Kusum Yojana, this solar power boom usage in agriculture. This is a great development, and we'll all be surprised to know that agricultural power consumption is the highest in India, one of the highest actually, if not the highest. And to convert that into solar through this Kusum Yojana is actually a fantastic concept. You can actually also, if you're similarly, you can extend your power to solar power or renewable energy power to the rural areas as well. If the rural are more stable and well defined. So there are many challenges, but step by step, this is happening. Clearly, the solar sector business is divided into two parts. The primary part is the utility scale, which is being constructed on land,
Right.
in a different area than where it is consumed. And then it is transported to the point of consumption by
Right.
way of injecting it in the existing grids.
Mm-hmm.
So grid is a challenge. Grid stability is important.
Right.
The second is rooftop business, where the whatever is the roof and adjoining small grounds here and there, we call it behind the meter solar installations. There, the policies are influencing very strongly.
Right.
But both these sectors are growing at breakneck speed. We are finding we are primarily a rooftop and behind the meter player so far, although we have also started utility scale.
Okay.
So we are finding that rooftop business is really expanding, particularly in the commercial and industrial segment, and a lot of opportunities are there. Yes.
That's great to know, sir. And my last question would be, as an industry veteran, what advice and what suggestions would you like to provide to policymakers to further uplift this sector?
Policymakers should make their policies more stable and consistent and uniform across the states. Recently the government introduced this ISTS, interstate transmission system, where power from one state, produced from one state through open access means, can be actually transmitted to another state. This is a great move. Then they did that green open access policy process, which is from 1 megawatt open access, now the limit has come to 100 kilowatt. So these kind of policies are very strong, defining positive policies, which are helping in building up the business, building up the renewable energy business, the solar sector business. It's growing. Net metering is a major challenge. Net metering across different states need to be uniform, and then we have to find a way to. India is a federal structure where the states and the center have different rules. So within that framework, whatever best the net metering policies you can do, that is very important. In open access situation, we also find that there are a lot of charges, a lot of costs like cross subsidy. The willing costs are prohibitive. What is important is that if you are putting up an installation, for example, and then over the period, there is no guarantee that the wheeling and the cross subsidy and other charges for using the grid will remain uniform and consistent. So suppose tomorrow the government suddenly increases, and it has happened in quite a few cases. Then suddenly your installation becomes unviable, not exactly unviable, but becomes less viable.
Right.
So a combination of all that, the government needs to. What is important is the government needs to define and be consistent, and the investors who are investing in this sector, they need to get a better visibility that yes, because the life of a renewable energy asset, say a solar plant, is almost 25 years, 20 to 25 years. So for at least 20-25 years, we have a reasonable stability in getting our returns. That is what then more and more investors will start investing, and if more financing comes, then the situation becomes much easier. Right. So my advice is that the consistency should be there, and across the country, across all the states,
Right.
Yeah.
That's great to know. And while speaking to you, I genuinely felt that I am talking to a pure businessman. So I only wish Roofsol Solar all the best, Roofsol Energy, and to you as well, sir. May you continue to grow. May your company continue to grow. And for our audience, that's all for today's episode of Green Guardians. We are going to bring more and more leaders like Mr. Pal, and you continue to, support us. Till then, keep supporting sustainability. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Namaskar.